Good morning, everyone. It's Jasper here, 360 Resale. Just getting back to it. I know it's been a couple months since I was in Pennsylvania and actually uploaded any videos. I've been back here in Arizona, the wonderful state, for a couple months. Had a lot going on with the business. I've been very active. I ended up buying an electronics lot for $800 and ended up selling about 95% of that so far for just over $3,000 in profit. So I've been really busy with that and sourcing other things. So I'm just doing kind of an update video here. We're going to get a little bit of Goodwill in here today. We're sitting out waiting for it to open. It opens in about 10 minutes. So with the electronics lot we got, we have actually done a lot more sourcing locally. I've been picking up a lot of Bose systems. My most recent one was called a Bose. It's a L1 with an S1 speaker and a B1 bass and a T1 touchtones pneumatic system. I ended up paying $600 for that system. We listed it. It sold in about 3.5 weeks for $14.99 online. So it's a pretty quick turnaround for eBay and has a very large profit margin. It wasn't that bad to ship. It was only like $157 between 4 shipments, the size and the weight of every item. I wanted to break it up between them and ship them individually so I didn't have stuff getting damaged. So that's been some really good successes we've had. Another Bose system we pick up for about $300 sold just this weekend for $600 plus shipping, so about another $200 and something profit after fees, shipping, materials for the boxes and everything. So business is going good. It's flourishing. We've been finding some really good items here at Goodwill recently. I've came with a Pentex 35mm camera that took us a turnaround, sold really quick. Found a couple brand new in the box space makers, the Black & Decker undermount can openers recently, brand new in the box. One was missing the instruction manuals and the template, which wasn't a complete ruin. Still have it as this time. It's about $115 what I have it listed for plus shipping. Been getting a lot of bites and low ballers anywhere from $60 to $80. So we're waiting to see how that goes. But just, if you're new to the channel, I just wanted to go back and touch. My name is Jasper with 360 Resale. I am a part-time eBayer. I am trying to take and start a YouTube channel, just take and show you what I do, how I do it. I started off back in January with eBay again after about a 6.5 year break. And I started getting into the reselling world. In my first month I made about $4,500, and then since then I've grown to where now I'm doing about $10,000 a month in sales on eBay and continually growing further and further. So I hope you like what I bring for content. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow along.
Alright guys, we're going to dive right into it. I have to do a voiceover for a lot of my Goodwills deal, but they got the music blaring like it's a concert in there. So we're going to dive right into it, and I'll just narrate everything, kind of what's going on. These are some Malibu low voltage outdoor DIY lights. I find a lot of these for some reason. I pick up anywhere from 4 to 10 of them a week, and they usually are sold over the weekend, if not 2 weeks. They're pretty good turnaround, decent little profit. They'd only go for about anywhere from 19 to 20 bucks, but I can usually single them into a poly and still be able to fit them in first class. Picked up this camera, thought it'd be worth something, and ended up being too pricey. It was like $7, and the comps on it ended up being about $16. I looked them up later on. I went back to it. As you can see, our electronics section here is kind of jumbled together. I mean, you could have everything together or it's chaos. This Sony we ended up purchasing in the end. The price was right. We ended up looking the comps up on it. It powers on and works. The problem with it is it says caution, and looking online, caution can mean anything from the grease, the bearings needing grease, to possible moisture on the motherboard and the inside. I think we ended up paying like $15 after the 20% off. Nothing too crazy. The comps on it for working condition were upwards of $200-300. We ended up listing this item in the end for $50 plus shipping for parts, and been actually had a couple offers already at like $30. In our Goodwills we have stations for testing electronics, which makes life easy, especially if you want to test your DVD VHS players. You can just go grab a VHS from the front, bring it back to the VHS player, plug it in, and go, and see if it eats the tape or if it ejects it or has any issues, so you don't have to deal with it later. So that is a very nice part. Here we are at another Goodwill later in the day, checking out the stereo systems, It's a cassette AM/FM. It looked pretty good, but it wasn't something I wanted to pick up. I ended up picking up this Bose speaker. It ended up being pretty cheap. It was a couple bucks. I ended up already selling it for $40 plus shipping to one of my repeat customers. And then I stumbled across this actual system right here, which I didn't purchase in the end. It's a really nice, realistic piece. Goodwill, so in our area, have this thing of they get a whole set. They want to keep the whole set together, so this piece was 7 pieces total. It was 4 speakers, the AM/FM tuner, and the actual amplifier, which I'll pull down here. And there's another piece, I can't remember what it was, that they wanted $99.99 for. So if I used my 20% off, it would have been 80 bucks. I ended up pricing them all out and looking at comps, even using WorthPoint, and to sell the speakers separately and the amplifier and the AM/FM tuner separately and everything. I still wouldn't make enough money to really justify it. It'd be maybe $5 profit on each item, and for the space and time and effort for how these are and bubble wrapping and everything, it wasn't worth it, because I think I'd end up only making about 25 bucks total off the whole set, and they were not fast movers at all. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this VHS player, and it has a blue line on the front. I've learned VHS players with blue lines on the front usually sell very, very quick. So we ended up picking that up and it ended up working. So that was our haul for the day.
Alright, so music was blasting in there, so I couldn't do anything for recording. But we came out pretty good. We got that Bose sound dock. I have a charging cable at home, and I'll test that out. And hopefully that works. I have a repeat buyer that buys those usually for 40-50 bucks plus shipping, so that'll be a quick turnaround. The cash register is a Sharp XE-A107. So comps on it are looking pretty good. So if I can power it up, which I have a cable at home, it should sell for probably anywhere from probably 80-90 bucks plus shipping. And then at the bottom, I have the Siltec electronic weighing scale. It works in everything. I tested in the store, paid $19 minus 20% off, and it's a good little find. So we'll get this all squeezed in here now. We're running out of space in the truck. We're gonna start throwing stuff in the back, and then we'll be on to the next one. All right, guys, so it was another successful day. I had a couple good items there. We'll touch back on a little bit. We had the Sony little box system. It's a digital recorder. It looks like it's probably going to be for parts, because when you turn it on, it says caution. Reading through just Google, it sounds like a lot of the caution is either the grease or the drums are like stuck or not moving properly, which causes a lot of the buttons to actually disable, which causes the open and close not to work, so forth. I don't like tearing them apart and opening them up. Sold comps in working condition are anywhere from $200 to $300. There's a couple going refurbished for $400. I'll probably put it up for about 70 bucks with them paying the shipping. I'll probably take a best offer of 50 bucks. I paid, I think, $14, $12 after the 20% off. So that's a good turnaround. We had the Sharp cash register. It works. Turned it on. I don't have a key. It's going to cost, I think, $16 to get a key. So once I get the key, I'm in at maybe 20 bucks total. If the ribbon needs replacing, I'll probably spend the $4 or $5, get a replacement ribbon, make it really nice. There's 3 currently listed, all for about $170 in used condition with shipping. Sold, there's like, I think, 10 or 11 sold, and they're all about $150, $160, $170 plus shipping. So they're all moving really quickly what's available. So I figure I'll go in and price it low to $145 plus they pay the shipping, and go from there and see what happens. It should sell pretty quick. We had that Siltec actual scale. It's like a foot by a foot scale. It's a half a pound to 500 pounds commercial residential scale. And we ended up paying, I think it was $9 for that in the end after 20% off. I'm probably going to sell it locally. eBay has like 6 or 7 listed, 1 sold. It weighs a lot. It probably weighs 25, 30 pounds itself. I'm going to try and probably just put that up and offer up on Facebook. Pretty sure it'll sell pretty quick. Just put it up for 100 bucks, take an offer of 60 to 80, get it gone, get it moved. So while I was on my way back, I ended up picking up a set of Bose speakers now, so I'll show you this. I've got a box, which I want to hold back before I show you, for 50 bucks. Paid 50 bucks from this, and guy said, hey, I'm cleaning out my kid's closet, I'm just trying to get rid of these. I hit him up within a couple minutes in posting it, and it ended up being just around 1,700 cards. He said there's 100 plus cards in each actual bag. There's 17 bags in here. Pokemon cards. He has everywhere from 1999 cards I saw in here a couple dozen holographics that are in the sleeve, mid 2000s. I mean, you name it, everything you can think of is in here. And I paid $50 for 1,700 cards. So that's gonna be a little bit of a going through and sourcing and figuring out which ones are worth what, and that will be paid for itself and the whole trip all together. So that's what happened today. Like I said, I picked up some Bose speakers. I'll show you these. I buy and sell a lot of these Bose speakers. I got the pair with the actual mounting bracket. I have an actual buyer who I keep buying these, and as soon as I list them, within a couple hours, he sends me a best offer, which I kind of know his pricing now, and I end up selling it to him. I've sold probably 7 or 8 sets of these specific speakers to that actual buyer, and I'm pretty sure, looking them up and trying to figure them out, is they are shipping all this stuff overseas somewhere. They're not keeping it. They're like a middleman. So, and it's consistent. There's certain sets of the Bose speakers and the home entertainment systems that they buy every time. So it's nice to have that repeat business. Similar, I have a Wii guy who buys a lot of my Wii stuff. I know as soon as I put it up, I know his pricings. I can shoot him a message. He's going to take and go over and automatically give me the price I know he's going to offer, and I'll sell it to him and bundle them all together up in a couple days and sell them all one shipment. So, hope you liked the video. It's really short today. I'm just trying to get back into it. So if you do, hit that like, comment, subscribe, and another day, another dime. We'll see you next time.